Hey, what's going on, guys? Rony Boney here. To be sure, bringing you another topic commentary. And today we're going to be talking about The Walking Dead. Has it lost its appeal? Is it getting boring? Is The Walking Dead dead? Because I've been watching season 7. I finished season 7 whenever the air date, the last episode aired. And I was very disappointed. I mean, thoroughly disappointed. I mean, the very end, what the fuck, like a tiger? Jesus Christ. I mean, I used to be able to take that show seriously, it used to be able to just suspend kind of your disbelief of zombies and still take it seriously because the human interactions were nearly exactly how you would act in that kind of a situation. And I think that was something that I really, really did enjoy about The Walking Dead. I mean, I started watching it day 1, episode 1. Swear to God, I saw a trailer a week before it came out, and I decided on the day after it aired to download it. In fact, you know the episode in the first season after they blow up the CDC and after they escape there? I went and checked back the next week after 6 episodes to see if there was another episode, and there wasn't. Because I thought this show is really damn good. I can't wait to see the next episode now. And they only had 6 episodes in the first season. So it was extended for the second season, yeah. But I just thought that it was really, really great. I thought it was a cool show. I thought the zombies looked amazing. The walkers, I thought they looked amazing. The characters were really great. It seemed like a really, really great kind of character-driven plot. And it's become too much of a character-driven plot at the moment. All these little, side episodes with all these useless characters that I pretty much don't give a shit about seeing on screen. Let me just be perfectly honest. Heath, Maggie, it's Tara, Sasha. I mean, they tried to make this last season. They tried to make Sasha seem like they tried to round her character out more and develop her a little bit more, but it just didn't work, did it? Like, it just didn't work. No one really gave a crap about Sasha. Let's be fair. No one really cared. And the reason The Walking Dead is losing its appeal is because it has so much filler. There's so much filler. Like a show like Game of Thrones, in my opinion, the filler, which there very little is just enjoyable. It's enjoyable kind of comedic stuff that kind of rounds the characters out just a little bit more because there's so much source material in Game of Thrones for them to really just drive their plot. But the same can be said for The Walking Dead. Because this comic has been out for years. What's it on now? It's like it's 12th, 13th issue. It's something absolutely huge like that, and they're still making these mistakes. They need to just get this plot going along. I thought this season, when season 7 first started off with Negan, basically Lucilleing 2 people, it was extremely good. Basically, what Lucilleing means, guys, is he has a bat. It's covered in barbed wire, and the survivor group that we follow in The Walking Dead, they killed a lot of his guys, so he says, I'm going to take one of you guys, and then he ends up taking 2. So it's a really, really great, he basically bashes their heads in with a baseball bat full of barbed wire. It's a pretty epic scene. I thought when I saw that scene, oh my god, I cannot wait to see the rest of this season. And it went on to absolutely disappoint us. I mean, Jeffrey Dean Morgan, who plays Negan in the show, is an absolutely incredible actor, really, really is. He was absolutely amazing as the comedian in Watchmen, and he was great in I think it was Supernatural. He played the lad's father. He was really, really great, but I think he needed a little bit more screen time. I mean, he ended up breaking Rick this season. He ended up breaking Rick. Then Rick eventually built himself back up, and now what's going to happen? It's going to be an all-out war. So honestly, I think season 7 is the equivalent of season 2. Totally fucking useless. So much filler. Carl, stay in the house. It was absolutely terrible. Honestly, absolutely terrible. And it kind of makes me think there's a lot of shows that are going down that way. I mean, House of Cards just recently released its 5th season. And in my opinion, I'm not going to spoil anything for anyone who hasn't seen it yet. I know it's really, really close to the air date. That a lot of people who want to make their way through that show probably haven't. But I think that season 5 was, for me, a little bit disappointing. It really was. And there's a lot of shows that have just disappointed me in their previous seasons, that they just seem pointless. Like, for instance, Supernatural that I mentioned. I stopped watching Supernatural at around season 10 or so. I actually think that show was only good in the first 5 seasons, and now it's just been just total filler, just making up loads of crap, the Men of Letters, all this stuff, just bringing angels down to earth and everything. It's just, I mean, there's a lot of shows that just do that. They just jump the shark when they've run out of ideas and say, well, how about we do this? All the fans have been asking to do this. This is a cool fan kind of fiction thing. it's kind of the equivalent of what's happened with the Halo franchise, that, you know, there's been too much fan feedback that has started to guide the actual, you know, the direction of the entity itself, and now it's just completely something unrecognizable. And I think The Walking Dead has suffered that. It really has. I know Robert Kirkman has his own plans for the show, but my God, they need to step this shit up. I mean, there's games, you know, there's Game of Thrones. There is shows like Game of Thrones that are out. You know, there's shows like Vikings. You know, there's really, really great shows out there that The Walking Dead, you just can't afford. You can't afford to, you know, to be messing around. You need to start furthering on your plots. Stop focusing on minor characters. Start focusing on major events. Bring loads more characters in. I mean, if you have to bring more characters in, you don't have to develop them all. At this point, no one's going to be jumping into the show at season 7, and no one's going to need some kind of development episode for Sasha or Maggie or Tara or wherever the fuck it is. I just don't think it matters. I just don't think it matters. I think the show's become really boring because they've tried to focus on these minor characters that, yes, you can focus on those in a comic. That adds to more, you know, exposition in a comic. But this is a TV show, you know. We want to see zombies. We want to see fights. We want to see realistic things happen. You know, we want to see you guys scavenge. We want to see how, you know, how difficult it really is in the world and how you're going to develop the society and what are the plans to develop the world out. I just haven't seen that in, you know, in season 7 at all, because they were just all kind of, you know, freaked out by this whole Negan thing. You know, oh my God, the saviors, they're so scary, that kind of thing. It was a complete kind of, you know, turnaround for the group that we were seeing, because in season 6 we're seeing Rick come to Alexandria and basically, you know, kill every single walker, get a lot of people killed, by the way, you know, get his love interest gets killed, their family gets killed, Carl gets shot. It kind of progressed on to the point where, you know, they ended up having to fight for Alexandria, and it makes you feel like this group is unstoppable. And then season 7, they're made to look like they're complete bitches. And it's not nice to, you know, watch a show for 6 years and then be made feel like the groups that you thought were absolute badasses are in fact people that are going to be broken. And, you know, it's humanizing them that I think is the problem, in a way. You know, humanizing them too much. You know, we don't need all these exposition episodes. We don't need to see them crying and things like that. It's, for the most part anyway. But I just don't know. I just don't know about The Walking Dead anymore. I don't think I'm going to be able to watch it anymore. Let me know, guys, in the comment section below. Are there any shows that you just, you know, you had to call it good after a while? I did the same with Dexter. You know, after 3 seasons, I said, I'm calling it good. You know, I can't watch this anymore. And I think that's kind of unfortunate with some shows, that you watch like 1 or 2 seasons and you really, really enjoy it. Then the, you know, 3rd, 4th, 5th, maybe 6th, 7th season comes out and you just lose all will to watch it. And it's, you know, maybe no fault of the directors, but they should be able to keep, you know, if they have a plan for the characters, they should be able to keep our attention on them. And I think Breaking Bad, for instance, 5 seasons was excellent. That was the great cutoff point. Whereas I think Better Call Saul, shows like that, they're really just dragging it out and kind of diminishing the main show. So yeah, that's all I want to say, guys, on that. I know it's a ramble, but I kind of enjoy doing these rambles to some cool PC gameplay. So thank you very much, guys, for watching. If you enjoyed, remember to like the video, comment down below what shows that have just pretty much died to you in the past few years, and subscribe if you are new. Thank you very much. Bye bye.